Meet Fritz. He was voted top dog in the 2023 Cypress Cove Dog Show. I knew the minute Fritz strutted into Edison Hall that this was not his first time in a show ring. He comes from a long line of champions. Fritz is a pride and joy of Sally Hutchinson, who also happens to be a dog trainer. Fritz likes to have fun. He can be therapy dog or fun dog, but most of all, he's simply a great companion. Well, good morning, and this morning we're going to meet Fritz. Did you happen to go to the Cypress Cove Dog Show 2023? By the way, I was the master of ceremonies, and this is the shirt that I wore.
I remember.
And the hat that I wore. I had long trousers on. Today I got shorts. You don't get to see them. I'm with Sally Hutchinson. Yeah. Did I say that right?
That's correct.
And you're the human partner of Fritz.
Fritz.
What do you refer to it? You don't say owner, do you?
Yeah.
Or do you?
Owner.
You're the owner. Some
Yeah.
people, they just don't do that.
It's familiar because he's been in the show ring, and that's what they called it.
And that's what I wanted to talk to Sally about. You know, this show we had, I think, 26 dogs, and they're mostly companion dogs. And we had an awful lot of fun, an awful lot of prizes were given out. But the top dog for the event, as I'm standing there as master of ceremonies, I said, this dog's been in a ring before.
It's a ring.
So we want to talk to you and Fritz and see a few of the things Fritz can do. You've probably had several dogs in your life?
Yes, I've had about 7. I started as an 11-year-old, starting to train dogs when I was only about 7th grade. Somebody decided that I needed to learn how to train dogs since I had just gotten one. And I learned how to do obedience and later taught obedience, and had quite a few that had gotten their CDs, CDXs, that's obedience work. And then later we traveled, we were in the military, and so sometimes I could do dogs and sometimes not, but I always did have a dog. Yeah, and then when we came back to the States, my mother wanted a Schnauzer. She had seen one prance, as you say. And so I looked for one, and I found a little female, and she didn't want a female, so I got her. And so I later bred her, and she became my first dog who really went to the dog shows. And,
okay. Yeah.
And in succession, her son became a famous miniature schnauzer, and he won over the Richmond Dog Show, Best in Show, over 204 dogs.
Wow.
As a novice.
Yeah.
And I was a novice, said Fritz. And Fritz, I got Fritz as a show dog, not as an obedience dog. And so he got his championship in the breed ring when he was less than a year old.
All right.
Then I was teaching him obedience, so I started doing obedience after that. And he did very well. He went highest in trial also. As you see, he's very attentive for this.
So he was already trained when you...
No, I trained. He was trained in the show ring by his breeder.
Okay.
And that's why he stands so perfectly and he walks so perfectly. And he did well. And she was top Schnauzer breeder in the country, so I wanted one of those dogs.
Well, he absolutely is a beautiful dog.
This is Fritz.
So where was Fritz born?
Fritz came from kennel in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. And how old was he? 1 year?
When I got him?
Yeah.
No, he was only 2.5 months.
Okay.
He's easy to train.
Yeah.
He knows about 75 words. He knows all of his toys that he keeps in his toy box, and he knows all the commands and obedience, all for the show ring. And I talk to him all the time, and so he picks up, I say, go give this to Fred, and he knows who Fred is. That's my husband.
Yeah.
He knows our son, and he could learn your name too.
All right. Well, should we see a few of the tricks that Fritz knows?
Fritz, down. Sit. Stand. Sit. Down. Come. Heel. Go out. Sit up. Sit. Put your foot down. That's it. Catch it. Here. Look here. Look at me. Do you want to sit up? Again? Sit up. Stay up. Stand. Come here. Heel. Back up. Back up.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Come front. Go this way. Sit. Go this way. This is all part of an obedience thing that they do. They follow your finger. They tell you where to go. Sit. Down.
Wow.
Stay. Heel. Back up. Back up. Back up. Come forward. Sit. Come forward. Sit. Back up. Back up. Back up. Good boy. This
I'm
way.
on the wrong side of Fritz.
Here. Heel. Heel. Come on here.
Is he always on your left side?
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
Fritz, come. Oh, what's he doing? What's he doing?
Hi, buddy. How you doing?
Yeah.
He wants that treat.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard that schnauzers, I thought you were going to feed me, Sally. I've heard that schnauzers have a double coat, two coats.
Yes, they have a outer. He's a black dog, but he looks, because I clippered him with the clippers, both coats show up at the same time, and the undercoat is gray, and his outer coat is black like this.
Okay.
And this outer coat is more wiry and dense, and this other one is just fuzz.
So would you, for a show, especially cut the hair that way that both coats would show?
No.
No.
No. When he's being shown, they strip the dog. They have a little serrated knife, and they start.
That doesn't sound
They
good,
start.
Sally.
They start at the first. It goes central, caudal, proximal, distal. Goes from the head to the growth goes more here and less here. So you start back here, and you take all this coat off, clear down to this line, and this is staged in days. It takes about a month for it to really come in all the way. The last thing is done is his head is almost bald around here. And when the coat comes in, it's wiry. It's more like a wire-haired terrier. And his coat is black. He is solid black. And I can give you some pictures of him in his show coat, and he's all black.
Hi, Fritz.
You want a cookie? Put your foot down. That's it. Put your foot down. Which hand's it in? Sit. Which one's it in? That one? Give me 5. Hey, Fritz, give me 5. Come on, give me 5. Thank you. He goes to the hospital. He's a therapy dog, and he goes to visit the patients there, and he likes to give him 5, Fritz. Thank you. Give him a kiss. Yeah, you give him a good kiss. You like to go in the hospital? You do? You do? Give me 5. Give me 5. Give me a shake. You shake your hand. Give me the other paw. The other paw. Give me this one. Give me that one. That's it.
Fritz, I'm impressed. Anything else you want us to know about Fritz?
Well, Fritz likes to go to the hospital and visit patients. And he's not a lovey-dovey dog like some of the hunting dogs like golden retrievers, but he knows coming down the aisle at the hospital, he'll put on the brakes and stop, and he says we need to go in there.
Okay.
And he goes in, and invariably it's somebody who really wants to see him. And he goes right to the bed. There can be people in there. He doesn't go see them. He goes right to the bed, and he jumps up on the bed, and he looks at him and gives him his paw, and it's a sight to see. Now he knows where all the cookies are in Gulf Coast Hospital. He knows who likes to see him and who doesn't. He knows when he comes in the front door, he knows where we check in. He can go down the aisle and turn right and says, quit pulling me. Quit pulling that. And
He wants your microphone.
no, he's got
Oh,
There's some cookies.
There's a
back,
cookie.
There's a cookie back here. I first had collies. Never had any small dogs, but then my mother wanted a small dog like him because she had seen one that pranced, as
Yeah.
she said. So
yeah, that Prance is special. I mean, he
So-
just walks that way all the time.
yeah, he does. He was trained by his breeder to be in the show ring, and you see he's standing perfectly square. Fritz, he always has his tail up. You know, you see a lot of them in the ring. They have to hold their tail up. No, he'll hold it, and he'll keep his ears always erect. Right?
Okay, Fritz, can I have 5 too? You got 5 for me?
Give him 5, Fritz.
Thanks, pal.
He gives him a COVID 5. Sometimes a COVID 5. You just give him a
passes by.
Pass by. Yeah.
Well, Sally, thank you so much for sharing your dog with us, and we sure enjoyed the dog show.
Well, we enjoyed it too. It was a lot of fun, and I'm so happy to see all the people come and participate. And I understand it was the largest one they'd ever had.
Largest one ever.
And I never see dogs here, but they came from somewhere.
Yeah.